Well, 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 would you look at that? Cheers, everybody! Hi! Where's the small? There's the small cam. Hi! And you might have not noticed it, especially because it happened right before the recording started. But if you can remember, we lifted this thing. I saw it plump down. So that means that in terms of world saving, there are certain things that are skipped in the saving. One of them is the ball. So every time I will have to bring one in. Oh well. By the way, today's a lot of experimentation. Next up... whoops, wait, the new overlay is very... confusing? Okay. From X overlay. I really came to like that thing. I yet have to test if it's better with streaming, but in terms of Primitier, I like it. Next up is Blueprint. Very big for me. Because... Okay, if I remember right, I did the following. Are these two separate ones? Yes, this is the one with the connected wheels on the outside and this is without. Right. Okay, let me check something very quickly because I may have something wrong in my mind here. And at that point, we can talk about it in detail. These things are stored locally on your computer. You can share them. It's a pretty new feature, so the only current location you can find them that I know of is the official Discord server of Primitier, where everything is sorted nicely into its own channel. With different categories and everything. That's where I got this tiny thing from and where I got this thing from. More to that later. It's stored locally in your documents folder, Primitier. That's also, in case you're curious and you want to play this yourself, it is where you can change your avatars as well, if you have a corresponding VRM file. I'm personally using the output modded from VRoid. You can get free assets on the internet, mostly Booth. And that's how you can make your own avatar in, well, yeah, in the documents folder. But there's also the saves folder, where the worlds are saved. And in there we have a blueprints folder. Now then, I made a copy of the last thing I had, which should be this here, but for some reason the copy doesn't show up. Does it now? No. Are these... wait. This is engine plastic 0.23. 0.27, those are different blueprints. So for some reason the copy of... they're saved not with names but with dates. And in a move that I don't understand, you don't have the dates associated here. I really wish you would have, like, I don't know, up here a name line where the date is, so you can associate the ones in game with the ones in the folder. Currently, I don't even know if I uploaded the right ones, to be honest, because currently I'm just counting from the least I had to the newest. And yeah, wait. And I did make two of these blueprints, one in a separate folder and one in the main folder. So it does seem like... wait, that's the only file in the folder though. Yeah, that's what I wanted to test. Like, I wonder why this does not have a duplicate. This here should have a duplicate as well. because it's once in the original folder and once in the subfolder, but I would understand why that is not here. Okay, I have to test with this some more. This should be double, and it's not. Oh well. Oh well. Let's close up my overlay so I can actually see again. And since we already have this rubber, I want to know a little bit more about this blueprint, because someone requested to change the materials of this blueprint. And I was just curious on where do we have batteries and stuff. We have one battery over here, so we just need rubber around. Rubber around. And this looks quite fine for that. Also, I do like the form. So if anyone actually makes a blueprint collection out of that, I would be quite interested. This is a scare. The grabbing. God, I swear. Why does it look so nice? It's so simple, yet so special. And I tell you what, if I just let this go, we will never see it again. Huh. Why is this thing more stable than my wheels? Okay, I don't know what it is about this, but I like it. The dimensions are interesting. It does certainly look like a cool storage cube, not gonna lie. So if we put this up here, this would be very weird. We've got like 10, 22 centimeters. I guess the parts in between are like 20 centimeters, and then you have the top and the bottom. So it's like 20 centimeters, and then you add the corners in. Yeah. Nearly perfect. I mean, it's kind of the storage size. Like 2 centimeters into each direction too much. Like the storage cubes we wanted to make. Wait, would this actually fit perfectly inside? This would fit perfectly inside if we wouldn't have this weird friction going on in this game. This would slide. It doesn't though, because even if we have perfect fit, it's quite hard actually getting things into each other. Oh well. It's really lively, I like it. So now that this is out of the way, we have a problem. Because I just got rid of the electric motor around here. I mean, we can get it back, but I kinda like where it is. And the next thing I wanted to build is with tungsten. Now I do wonder, how much tungsten do we have around here? We do have that one blade we cut with, which does not seem like it's enough. And we've got maybe one, if we're lucky, 2 tungsten blades around here. I don't know where and for what though. This is iron. This is iron. Everything's iron. No tungsten around here. Ooh. Oh yeah, we still have the iron and the rubber for the wheels. I mean, I could. I just have to make extra sure that the wheels stay above the water. I don't know. It's a little bit risky, but honestly, if we build the boat just fine, we can certainly do it this way, because we already have the blueprint anyway. And do we have any easy way to heat up the wheel? Like, imagine we would have an energy source and then just put tungsten all around. The problem is the tungsten would be connected to so many... Actually, let's show it here. The tungsten would be connected to so many different materials that nothing would get enough heat for anything. And this needs about 600 heat. So another idea would be like a soldering torch, or rather just a flamethrower, if you so will. That if you put everything, another idea. If we would like have multiple materials that encompasses multiple of these, what is it, sinews? Different pieces here, and then put niter on them, you would be able to heat them up. Niter usually is used to get on temperatures over 1000, but we just want over 600 on multiples. That could work. So as soon as we have niter, we could turn the old iron wheel, well, the old rusty wheel back into iron. So we could actually do iron. Also, if we disconnect this, we can use the inner parts and the rubber for another wheel. That means we do need at least one cylinder, axis, whatever, after this. So we have one disconnect point, because if we disconnect the material, it disconnects from everything basically, left and right. That means we could take the wheel apart. It would be a bad idea to have the wheel exactly on it anyway, and it does look like it would actually be a good idea to just have one. Because it would be close, but it doesn't look like it would be too close. So let's get these displacement parts in first, and then we build the actual wheels. For that we need to dismember these, as we only really need the inner part. I'm very careful, because last time we accidentally destroyed these pieces and I do need them, so I rather not. Ah, okay, I thought I destroyed it. Goody good. One for each side, and after that we have wheel time. Which means we have to gather 2 more of the axes around, and I don't know from where. Looks good. If we don't get this turn this episode, I'm gonna turn it next episode with a ball again, because that should be easy enough. For now we just need it a little bit higher, so we can actually put wheels underneath. Do we have any material that is just about the right size to put underneath? Oh yeah, actually we do. The wooden blocks are just the height I need. So if we put one underneath and turn it around. Up. Come on. Good. I think that's enough. Now, if I can lift the whole thing with one hand, I cannot. So this has to stay loose. But that's okay. We just do one at a time. So we have the iron over there, we have a block of rubber over there. So all we really need is energy and 2 hinges. 2 of these. One is here, and if I remember right, there's one loose in the center of this place here. No, did I take it? I don't know. And there's wheel number 2. Damn, I don't know what I did. Okay, we've got these. It's okay if they're connected, doesn't matter. We're using blueprints here. And a battery. One that has charge. I'm gonna take the half charge as well to recharge them. Just like you. Do we have any more? Where are my usual batteries? We use the charge of this one, but this one is full, but it has its place there. This one's good. Okay, and we only need the charge. The menu we can spawn over there. Why is tungsten just randomly laying around here? Speaking of, tungsten would actually be one of the materials I do not want to maneuver in any capacity. Oh, another thing I just see, because, wait. We have to play around with these pieces as well. Because, and I didn't think about this. The general rule is that, whoops, the axis goes through the bearing without any connection point, like without any friction whatsoever. For each other, they don't exist. I did not think about that this is also true for the parts of different bearings. And people use this for... Last thing I saw was a helicopter where, well, they rotated through these. It's hard to showcase, but we're gonna do something with this information sooner or later, because I quite like it. Alright, 2 wheels. The most scary building we have. Oh my, and it's been a while since we actually built them, it seems. Okay. Harmless when spawned in. But after that, we gotta be careful. I'm gonna leave the batteries here. I'm gonna miss them in a minute. I know it perfectly well. And we're going for 1 wheel each time. I'm not gonna risk it. After we've got the cart done, we have to do cleanup. I hope you're aware of that. Okay. Now I am quite in the way, I must say. So let's try to do this from the other side of the wheel. Oh! Yep. Perfect connection. Now we do shift this around, so it's gonna be on the other side. Yeah, kind of. Whoa, 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 why so wobbly? Calm down. Hey? Can you, okay, let's put this in the corner. I mean, whatever works, right? Whatever works. I know that we could do the wheels better, but with how we build this cart, actually we can change out the wheels at any point we want. Although they are built pretty close, but the main challenge is just to reach, reach through the wheel to get the connection piece. That's like the main challenge, and not the hardest one at that. And if I do anything wrong, we just need the right battery charge, and then we can just replace the cart with itself completed again once we have the full blueprint. That is. And this is bad because this just fell off the wooden piece. What we could do if we're funny is to try doing it like this. I miss our ball. Okay, steady. I don't know why it's going down. Don't connect to the ground. Oh, why are you going down every time I get closer? Now it's not moving anymore. Great. I just want to put the damn ball beneath. Okay, this is not working the way I want it to, so let's just try it like the first time. Let's try. It's not working like the first time. Why? What is different? Huh? It is not connected to the ground, but there we go. Okay, that was purely luck-based. I'm okay with that. Now, I just want to know how it looks like now. Do we make a blueprint? I mean, it doesn't hurt. We're not... Whoops. Didn't want to jump there. We're not deleting any blueprints, so this is just a safety measure. Looks funny though. And now I just need to put this over. Let's see if we can do this somehow. Oh, can I use my own head? Yep, let me displace myself into it. Ah, dang it. Okay, we're running into this thing now. Of course, I'm at the edge of my play space, because why not? Ew. No. Grab. Okay, I'm kind of standing on the edge here. I actually need to get rid of my shoes for a moment. Ah, there we go. We just want to push this over. Ah! Okay. Ooh, that was close with the tungsten piece. Everything in one piece? Everything's fine. Okay, now you can imagine what the next part is that we might need. We do need a stopper, kind of like we have there. Any piece is good for that. I mean, any piece at the right height. In this case... That's not too bad, but maybe a little bit too short. This is not bad. A little bit too long, but we can cut it up. So we just get an idea about the height that we need. And should be around here, I imagine. I know it's just a block, but sometimes the simple ones look the best. Am I right? Okay, now we've got the wheels, so this might be easy. Okay, what we're trying to do here is... Let's do the head method again. So we're just pulling this closer onto my head. Now I am carrying this thing. And the worst that can happen now is that it connects to the ground, which is not the worst in any regard. It has to be more forward than this. Okay, let's get underneath again. Hold it with one hand to steady it. And put this block frontwards. We can change out the block if we get our ball back. Or can I do it now? Can I make it fancy? Can I make it fancy? It's not quite the middle. And it's a little bit high, isn't it? It is. Damn it. This thing here is shorter, and this should actually be the right height. So, means we're putting this away again. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Nothing's destroyed just yet. Better. Way better. I like it. Okay, next up. The safety save. You know how it is. I mean, it really starts to look like a card. What can you say? Next up, I have something very specific in mind yet again. And I think this piece is just the right thing we need for that. So let's cut it up. What I will need is a specific length, which would be around... I mean, I wanted to cut it anyway, so whatever. That looks right. I would connect it to the middle or the upper? To the middle part. Not to the low part. I guess that will be too low. But around here. And yes, it's to the side, but for a good reason, you will see. I mean, you can already guess what's in my mind. But let's see it through. From the looks of it, this is more temporary. It doesn't really look that great, honestly. But it looks serviceable. And you know what we should do sooner or later? We should replace that thing with like a third wheel. No. To keep it steady, it won't be a wheel. But what we now have is the... Wait. Wait a second. That gave me an idea. Since I do not want to deal with drones right now, we're just taking this thing here. Oops. This thing here. And what is the most quadratic thing we have besides the long pole, which I want to keep? Although, do I? Don't we have like a shorter version of that thing? me see. Not those two, those are the backside. What is this one? Ah, that's the very short connector that we did. What is this one? Oh, that actually looks pretty good. What do we need? Ancient alloy, which is still connected. Not anymore. And electricity, which we have around there. Well, let's take it apart. Okay, now we've got one of these, which we can easily... let's do it the right way. Looks good to me. Okay, why do we want this to rotate? The answer is actually pretty easy. So we have an easier time picking this up. Okay. Because now it doesn't matter how we grab it, it will automatically stabilize itself on this parameter. Okay, here's the thing. How about we shorten this thing and put it lower? That means we would get more lift in. Yeah. Do we have a shorter part? Is this one? Well, this one is vastly shorter. And it doesn't have to be that long anyway. Okay, let's do it. Let's get rid of this. Let's get this in. Oh, it's a little bit thicker, so it's not perfect, but this is temporary anyway, so we're good. And this works. We are on our way. Easy peasy. Ah, and the sound of the wagon. And it should be pretty hard to tip this thing over. It does look accessible as well. Oh, actually, what I wanted to do... I mean, I can just... Can I not pick this up? Oh, I do need both hands. Interesting. Hey. It is wide. Okay, camera is set, follow player. Okay, it does work. Problem I see is that usually we went over other material like stones and such. Do we have something here? Yep. But now, even if I can go around this, the stone, the middle part does not collide. Okay, if it's low enough, we don't have a problem. We just need to be able to pick up the piece to... Oh, you don't see the bed slot. Which is okay. And I can carry other stuff as well. So let's use this. Do we have anything we could collect? Ooh, I know of something that might be funny. How much life do I have? Not that much. Do we have apples? We have apples. Do we have reachable apples? Anywhere? Maybe on the way. Something just collided. Okay, we need a way to better put this into the slot. Why did things collide here? They should not be able to, because we've got the doubles that are steady enough, and the third one that should all stabilize the wheels. There should not be any cling sounds. Not at all. Let's go on an adventure. I do not like that sound. I wonder what produces that sound. Let's have an eye. Exactly like this. You won't see the journey, but you can at least do me the favor to see the numbers. Because if it's clinging, it would show numbers. We're not able to go up the incline. Hello? Okay, this thing is heavy. It's underneath. It is the axis underneath, colliding with the block we have there. So we cannot go full speed with this thing. Okay, what if I don't use the belt slot and just do it by hand? Will we have problems? Yep. I see it through the camera thingy and I don't like it. We have to change this up somehow. It's not perfect yet. We have to redesign. Oh, you don't even see. I don't think that's healthy. So these are... How do we keep them stable? Like seriously, how? I do have an idea. There is a way. If we... how do we make it more beautiful as well? Because we do want to make it pretty. So imagine we have a lot of these outer rings, okay? Not as a whole bearing, just the outer rings, like we had as a leftover from the blueprints. Like this thing here. I mean, it's not connected anyway, so let's... And we would have a whole set of them going down. Since they're all statically connected to each other, there won't be any collision. And since these can only go up and down so much, they would have nothing really to collide with. So if I would put a whole stack, kinda down the middle, and have these connect to the sides, that could work. That could be our layout. Also, from this side, it might be more wobbly, but I think it should not be able... this one is low on durability. Okay, let's turn around. We're not collecting anything today. Damn it. Not everything's perfect. Also, we do need something else. We do need a ground connector. Something like we have between us and the wheels, like that simple block that keeps this thing from tipping over frontwards. But specifically to the side thing here. First off, so it doesn't go down all the way. That would be very helpful. Secondly, so we can actually connect it to the ground. Like something that doesn't have to be in the same place all the time, or is easy to connect at the same place all the time. I do have an idea. And the reason is, I do want to be able to ground this thing. If we're gonna use it for blueprinting, it needs to be grounded so it's not used up by itself for the blueprints as material. So, in all technicality, it is working. It just needs a lot of refinement. So let's take care of that. The only question is now or next episode, and I do have a bad feeling about the answer to that. Okay, we can park it around here. Why not? For the most part, we don't even have to look at it. So that's already a good thing. I already like that a lot. And now we need a lot of... My groin. Anyway, we need a lot of these here and a lot of these. So I would, you know, instead of cutting them apart all the time, like we did for the long axis here, we should actually just blueprint one of these two pieces and disconnect them this way. So we would have 100% of the material and we can get the electricity back easily. Do we have time to clean up? Barely not. Another good reason why we should end here is just to get our ball back, because now I'm really missing that thing. Oh well. Oh well. Goody good. For that, we're gonna put... the hammer we keep because of nostalgia. But the wood comes here. Oh, the popsicle as well. Wait a second. Let's save the things that are close to our heart. The old hammer, the old popsicle, and at this point even the hammer. We do have a blueprint of this. You know what? The battery should be around here. There it is. So where's our shield? There it is. There we go. One solid piece again. We can improve on the design, that's for sure. I wanted to lean this against with the funsies. Yep. It works. What more does one want? And everything else we should sort into the different materials, because we have 3 different shades of black. We've got the plastic, we've got more plastic, and I think that's plastic as well. Yup. And maybe some alloy. Here's where we can gather the alloy, and that's more plastic. That's a lot of plastic. Even more plastic. Why did I build the whole thing with alloy? We could have built it with plastic and it would be more lightweight. I kind of shot myself in the foot with that. Oh well. And there's plastic as well, but this can go over here. And that's an alloy piece, isn't it? That's plastic as well. And there we have the 3rd shade of black. Rubber. It's about time that we do a solid rubber piece. Let's collect the small pieces over here so we can turn them into something like this. That's rubber as well. And for all intents and purposes, this one as well. I like it aesthetically. I don't know how much time was spent on creating this thing. It doesn't look like much, but it's still kind of cool. So here we've got wood for some reason. Lots of measurement going on there. Okay, why do we have a random... Oh yeah, clay, because of the clay cutter. Oh, the good old times when we still needed that. Not anymore. Okay, just a tiny little bit of cleanup. And we should improve our storage as well. I know, we pretty much just recently did our storage area. I mean, honestly, remember when... No, you don't, because it's been so long. But I gladly remind you. We once had the talk about how to store material when we talked about furniture for the house. And it was either placed down or loose in the world. And I actually decided for on the ground. Is that stone? That's stone. Okay. Simply because it would lead to less performance? No, better performance. Because not so many things have to be calculated anymore. But honestly... Hey, that might be good storage. We should turn one of the plastics into a storage block, like the wood. To remind me of that, we're just gonna put the wood over to the plastic. Once we see the wood with the plastic, we're gonna be like, oh, that's what I wanted to do. I hope. And the plastic is lightweight enough, so the wood should actually be the right size for that. Which was, if I remember right, the 20 by 20 by 100. I'm not so sure about the 100 anymore. But I mean, we have all the rulers. We can easily measure that up. That was plastic. Yeah, to put all the plastic back together, I mean, I do not want to transport these small pieces around, so this might work. And maybe some big storage like the walls themselves, so we can collect a lot of plastic. How lightweight might it be? I don't know. What I want to use in terms of lightweight is the white plastic for the boats, but that's not as easily accessible as every other piece. Yeah, well. So this is mainly iron, isn't it? That's iron. And that's iron. That's sticking in the ground. Let's leave it there. That's rubber. And since we have the rubber block here already, let's put this over. And all the rubbers together, and we have everything kind of at 50 different places, but it is slightly more sorted than before. This card still performs better, but we get there. We will certainly get there, I can tell you that much. One last thing before we actually go. This here. And that's quite the good part about it being basically made out of metal. We can put this wherever we want. Like right on the other side. And wherever we go now, we have a light. We could perfectly do it with a light switch as well. And this way you could move and work and everything. I mean, I'm thinking about having like a trapdoor thingy that works like a workstation. That will make the cart extra heavy, and that's not good. We can think about the weight of the... Honestly, I think the wheels can actually support the cart quite well. And you know what? Once we get the back wheels done, I think we could duplicate that to the front as well. We could make a quadruple. I mean, why not? 4 wheels certainly work better than 2 wheels. Am I right? I think I'm right. Well, we can certainly do that later. Yeah. That means we have to do drones. I would say I've got plans for that. I'm gonna leave you off with this idea and all. And I wish I could skip the episode for today, because that could mean I just stay in the game and immediately do what I had in mind. But sadly... Oh, camera is still following me, that's why. Let's get a good look on this thing. Hey, that's my card. Looks good so far. I mean, it is what I kind of promised it to be. Yeah. 2 more wheels would make it way more stable. And we yet have to think about if we want to use walls, because if we just want to loosely put stuff into it, walls may actually be the way to go. And if we're doing that, I'm actually contemplating if I do the walls with alloy. This thing's gonna be heavy, but the wheels are able to bring this into motion whatever the weight, as long as I'm able to pull it. The only problem would be if we're going uphill. If I make this thing too heavy, we could just punch out a few parts and replace them, right? Oh, yeah, okay, we're gonna change something else. The frame is the word, right? The frame should stay out of the material because it is sturdy enough, and the frame is not too big. The rest can be out of plastic. The problem is if we just put stuff loosely in, then we get the same problem we had with the wheels. After a certain speed, the thing would just implode on itself. It's never perfect. Oh well, I'm gonna think about it how I want it, and well, once it's done, you get the blueprint, that's for sure. See you around next time. Bye bye. Actually, let's conserve energy. Oops. Bye bye.